Hello guys, this is Oля, my blog about Ukraine, and today I meet very nice guy, Wins. He come to Ukraine to meet his future wife, or to meet his lady, who he's his correspondent for a long time here, and he used Mordinson agency. And today we just speak with him about different things, about his experience in looking for lady, about his experience in Ukraine as Asian man in Ukraine, and a lot of other things. So listen it and enjoy. Okay, Vince, thank you that you agreed to have interview with me. It's very important because not a lot of people want to share his experience for other people, but I think you should do this and maybe give some tips for people. Yeah, and about your experience in Ukraine. Okay, so at the first, just tell about yourself, why you come to Ukraine and why you decided to looking for women here in Ukraine.
Right. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Vince. I'm from Singapore. Right. I do have Russian friends. I also have Russian colleagues and so on. So I find that there's a need for me to learn Russian language. And one of the places that I can learn Russian language is from Skype. And my Russian language teacher is actually from Ukraine. She's based in Kiev and so on. Right. And I observe her. She's a nice lady, kind lady, intelligent lady, and she managed her family and career very well. There are cases whereby she actually so-called say that this week there will be no lessons because she wants to take good care of her husband and so on. So I discovered that maybe in Ukraine is a place that I can find my soulmate. So I come to here.
It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so but there is a lot of way how you can meet Ukrainian lady. For example, you can just come to Ukraine, like a lot of people wants to do, and just going on the streets, maybe meet people, maybe go to restaurant, maybe go to nightclubs, so a lot of way. And also there is a way like use marriage agency.
Yes.
So you decided to use marriage agency instead of just naturally come to Ukraine and look at for women on the streets, stuff like that.
I see. Yeah, of course, in Ukraine itself, there are so-called many kind, beautiful ladies and so on. However, because I'm a working adult, right, in order to be so-called task effective and time effective, it's actually more advantageous to actually engage a matchmaking company and so on. In addition, some of the ladies and so on, they may be career focused. So imagine you are interested in this lady, but she's a career focused, then then it becomes so-called less effective and less efficient and so on. Right? If I can engage a matchmaking company, then it will be more so-called effective to find a person that is ready for life partnership and so on. Yeah.
But there are, there are a lot of scamming agencies, there are a lot of scammers in general in Ukraine, so you can join to some marriage agency and just lose your money and nothing else. So how you choose agency? So like, there are so many. When you type in the internet Ukrainian marriage agency, there are so many. So how you choose one of them?
A general recommendation is through so-called research, alright? And then I saw a lot of your video, I'm in fact one of your fans and so on. So you are a lady of so-called well-known and well-trusted and so on. And then you're the one that actually recommend Michael to me. Yeah.
It's very nice to hear, really. Yeah, because I need to keep my reputation and deal only with the best marriage agencies.
Yes, indeed.
And okay, so as I know already, you met some lady during this agency.
Yes.
And what was your experience?
Oh, it was a very pleasant one. Yeah. I started communicated to her via email with the help of Michael to translate, and then we also have a so-called Skype video session and so on. And then once we are comfortable, and then I come to here to meet her. Yeah, so everything is very pleasant and very systematic.
And do you do you enjoy everything? What was in your first day, for example?
Yeah, it was very pleasant. We went to a very nice restaurant, and then with beautiful music. It was very romantic and so on. And the first session itself was very interesting.
Okay, so now I ask questions, which is very interesting for a lot of people. So, do you communicate through translator or without translator?
No. What happens is that I myself know a bit of Russian language, so I try to speak to her via Russian language, and she actually knows some of the English, and then she actually communicated with me with English and so on. There are cases that whereby we are so-called lost in words and so on. In that case, we just use a Google Translate to help us.
So you can confirm for me, for my viewers, which I always tell to my viewers.
Yeah.
So you can communicate with lady without translator. You don't need to pay for translator. So it's better to money for gifts for your idea. And so you can use just Google Translator and basic Russian, and she can use basic English, and you can communicate easily, yeah?
Yes, that's true.
That's very awesome. And okay, so what is your experience about looking for Ukrainian lady as an Asian man? Because a lot of my viewers are interested how Ukrainian women speak with Asian men. Do they like Asian men or not? What can you say about this?
I may have limited experience in this area, but generally speaking, the ladies over here, they're very open-minded, yeah. So, especially I think in Kharkov itself, we have people from all over the world, right? From the east, from the west, and from the so-called Middle East and so on. So, yeah, I think in general, this is a very so-called place whereby people are open-minded and so on. So there shouldn't be any much of the difficulties.
Yeah, that's very nice to hear, because also I think that this is not important where you're from, so girls just look at your soul, not in your really part of the world where you're from.
True, that's true.
And okay, so another very interesting question. You came to Kharkov, Kharkiv, and a lot of people are afraid to come here just because of war. War is close to here.
Right.
What is your experience?
No, this is a very peaceful place and so on, right? And then, having that said, of course, you go to places where it's actually so-called public area and so on, and then you try not to so-called venture into so-called small corners and so on. So as long as that, I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's great. So everyone can feel here very safe.
It is.
Yeah,
right.
That's very nice to hear, because really Ukraine is a very peaceful country instead of some region.
Right.
Okay, and finally maybe you can give some advice for men who decide to look for women in Ukraine. What must they, maybe some tips?
Right, I think my so-called suggestion is that do your research, do your homework, and then pay a visit to your website, look at your YouTube and so on. So ask and you'll be given, and seek and your dream will be realized.
Thank you so much for interviewing. It was nice to see you.
Same
yeah.
here.
Okay guys, thank you for watching this. Bye.